We continue with our discussion of instrumental case. You're being introduced to the instrumental case of nouns only. And in the first video, we talked about the function of the case. When do you need to use it? And we said right now, you're learning 3 situations when instrumental case needs to be used, and that is after the preposition with, which is s in Russian, and after 2 specific verbs that need to be memorized, заниматься, интересоваться. So now we are going to look at the form. How do you form instrumental case? What do you need to do with the words to put them into instrumental case? And right now, again, we're talking about nouns only. So looking again one more time at the examples that you've already seen in the first video, you can start deducting and seeing the patterns and summarizing this and creating the rule. You know that mama is a feminine noun, so mama became mamoi. You have another feminine noun here, sabaka, sabakoi, muzika, muzikoi. And then you have a couple of masculine words, sahar, saharom, sport, sportam. So we can put that all together and say that the endings that you need to know for instrumental case will be om, oi. That's the default endings for masculine and neuter nouns that take om most of the time, and feminine nouns are going to take oi. The variations will be with the ye vowel, that is for the soft stem. There are always 2 endings. The second one covers soft stem. And if you need a reminder, I put that in parentheses here. For masculine nouns, the soft stem, the soft nouns, the soft root will be formed when the noun ends in мягкий знак, which you know is possible for masculine nouns, or и краткое. You're going to drop those, replace those with yem. And for neuter nouns, sometimes they end in ye, and that is also part of the soft stem group. So that will become yem. Otherwise, you're going to use om for all other masculine and neuter nouns. And for feminine nouns, we're going to go with oi, unless you have nouns that in nominative case end in ya. Again, that is soft stem nouns. And those are going to go with ye to preserve the soft stem characteristic. And the exception here will be nouns that end in мягкий знак. They're going to add u to the soft sign and end up with мягкий знак u ending. So that's pretty much it. And I put examples here to illustrate all of these endings. We have друг as a masculine noun that takes om, the first ending here. Плавание, that's a neuter noun that ends in ye, so that represents a soft stem of a neuter noun. And then for feminine nouns, we're going to use oi most of the time. We'll use ye when the noun ends in ya in nominative case, like biologia does. And then an example of an exception, noch ends in soft sign, and that becomes nocью. So to help you with these sentences, Michael went to a show with his friend, or with a friend, and Ivan is interested in swimming. And again, in English, you would say my friend, and this means female friend, as you remember. My friend and I studied biology at a cafe. We engaged in biology. We studied biology. And last night, I watched TV for a long time. So these are some examples, and a separate spelling rule number 2, a 5-letter spelling rule, deserves a special mention here because it's going to affect the spelling sometimes. And to remind you the rule, when o is unstressed, when the ending, the stress is in the middle of the word or at the beginning of the word, it's not on the ending, then that o changes to ye after these 5 letters. So as you remember, we're trying to put o in the ending for masculine, neuter, and feminine nouns for most of them. And this rule is going to change our spelling if the stem ends, the root, the main part of the word, ends in one of these letters. Like here we have tse, Ukrainец. So tse is not one of the letters in the parentheses. I'm trying to put o, but I need to put ye because the stress is in the middle. And the same here after sha,